Thank you all for coming tonight. I'd like to thank my supervisors for their support throughout my thesis, and thanks also to my participants who allowed me to film them and observe their behaviour while they were training their owners. A good start to the Christmas holidays is not seeing your dog stick their nose in your mother-in-law's crutch. You will not get good Christmas presents. Dog training is really important, and not just to make it through family holidays, but to take best possible advantage of this animal's unique abilities. Dogs can find our missing loved ones. We use them to find landmines. They can sniff out cancers. Dogs guide blind people, work on farms, and help us save our kiwi. Dogs can benefit people's health. They facilitate people meeting in communities, and thousands of them are our pets. In all of these roles, training is required, and the aim of my PhD is to help improve the efficacy of dog training. I've been studying what people do when they're training their dogs, and in particular, I've examined their timing of reinforcement. Reinforcement's the technical term for what is often called rewarding a dog. When reinforcement is given after a dog performs a behaviour, it will increase the likelihood of that behaviour occurring again. So for example, if you ask a dog to sit, and when it does you give them a pat, it's more likely to sit again next time. From studies on other animals, we know that delaying this reinforcement can impair learning, but this hasn't been studied in dogs. What research has shown is that dogs are remarkably responsive to human body language. For example, a dog is more likely to disobey a command if a person's not watching them. Because dogs are so receptive to our behaviour, it's likely they're also sensitive to the timing of reinforcement. I filmed owners training their dogs at local dog clubs. I used computer software to measure their timing of reinforcement and found that it was extremely variable. Some owners reinforced their dogs almost immediately, whereas others took over 6 seconds, and that's a long time if you're a Labrador. A lot can happen during these delays, and this may be problematic for learning new tasks. A second finding was that 44% of owners' commands resulted in nothing. The dogs completely ignored their owners for almost half the time, and that's not very efficient training. My next step is to set up some training exercises in a laboratory setting where I can control the owner's timing of reinforcement. I'll put the dogs and their owners in separate rooms and use audio-visual and remote-controlled equipment to control when the dogs receive the reinforcement from their owners, and some of this will be delayed. I'll then measure how well the dogs respond to the different delays. Dogs are amazing animals, and we use them for really important things. And unless you don't really like your mother-in-law, I hope you'll agree with me that 44% disobedience is not that good, and we need to do better. I hope that my PhD will contribute to better trained dogs, whether they're searching for landmines or just keeping their nose to themselves at Christmas time. Thank you.